So we got this one next. I investigated Mexico's deadly Coca-Cola addiction. So I'm assuming this is like the original Coca-Cola thing where they put like, drugs in it. So let's hope that white teacher ain't around because I cannot be getting accused of doing drugs.
This is Chamula, Mexico, the town that worships Coca-Cola. The average person here drinks over a half gallon of Coke per day. Almost 40% of adults are obese, and diabetes is the second leading cause of death.
Over 35% have diabetes.
And diabetes is the second leading cause of death.
Now, is that disrespectful to put water on the grave? Like, is that you see is it like disrespectful to put a water bottle on the grave if Coca-Cola, if like drinking water would have prevented this from happening? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm really not. But is that being disrespectful to do that?
Over 35% have diabetes.
Do you think there are a lot of people with diabetes?
That would be like if someone died to like diabetes, and I put like a celery stick on their grave. Like that's kind of like rude, ain't? I feel like it's rude
because they have sugar drinks.
Mexico drinks more Coca-Cola per capita than any other country. But what impact is Coke having on the locals' health? Why do they love drinking it so much? And can this diabetes epidemic be stopped?
I ain't gonna lie, Coca-Cola might have put a little something in there. I ain't gonna lie, they might have. There might be a case here. They might sprinkle a little something in that, and I was like, yeah, we're about to make ourselves a little monopoly down here.
Local named Rudy to find out. Look at that. You can't make this up. Look at all that Coke.
It's covered.
Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola again. So we're headed to Chamula, the Coke drinking capital of the world, would you say?
Yes.
How did Coke enter the religion of Chamula?
The people in Chamula, they consider like every time that you need to talk with God, they are like using like a rituality. And then into the rituality is present the Coca-Cola.
These people are drinking more Coke than anyone else on earth?
Yes. Here is like, wow.
Look, I'm not a big soda drinker like that. Like root beer is like my favorite soda, but I don't really drink it that often. If I drunk root beer every day for even like a week, if I drunk it every day for a week, I don't know if I can do it, man. I'll get so sick so fast.
I really like it. No?
The Mexican Coke really does hit better.
Yes, yes. In my
damn, boy.
Okay. And on our way to Chamula, I saw this.
Oh, look, the Coca-Cola truck.
Oh, there it is.
Yo, y'all know how fucked up I was when I found out that Coca-Cola owned Fanta? You know how fucked up I was? I was like, yeah, Fanta's way better than Coca-Cola. Yeah, whoever's making Fanta, they're doing it right. You know how fucking silly I looked? I remember exactly what it was. Me and Kira was in a Domino's, and I was grabbing my Fanta, and I was looking at it. I just slowly turned it, and right there it said on the back, it said, by the people who made Coca-Cola. I was like, hold on, man, something ain't right. Something's wrong here.
To them. ¿Cuánto pesos por este?
A 3.85.
Okay, we got water. It's cheaper to drink the Coke than the water?
Yes.
Okay. Coca-Cola chairs. Look at this. Oh, they have Coke right there. ¿Cuántas botellas de Coca-Cola bebes al día?
Más o menos dos. Un litro.
Un litro.
Sí.
Baffled by how Coke was in every store out here and far more available than bottled water, I wanted to understand what strategies Coke used to conquer Mexico. But to understand that, we need to understand their pricing strategy. A little over $1, we can get 2 Cokes, and you can return the bottle.
Yes, if you return the bottle, it's cheaper.
So if you give them back the bottle, you get Coke again for
Yes.
cheaper.
Yes.
Damn.
Analyze the Coke here.
They're really like doing it.
3 liters right here.
Yes.
How common is this in a family household?
Very common.
¿Cuántos gramos de azúcar en aquí?
No sé.
They don't know. No one knows. ¿Es más popular aquí en esta ciudad?
Sí, la verdad sí, porque para usos y costumbres, por lo regular, es un ejemplo, cuando van a pedir a una chica para esposa de alguien, los típicos refrescos que llevan son Coca-Cola, que son por paquetes.
He's like a bring.
I can like coking good. I root beer could never. I'm gonna have to be honest. Coca-Cola eating good too. Pepsi could never, for real. Coca-Cola is eating. They eating this whole thing.
In offerings, yes, and that offerings is Coca-Cola.
This is 27 for 1.35. so it gets cheaper the more you buy. With Coke in every corner store in the city, the few water bottles available for sale are mostly the brand CL, which is also owned by Coca-Cola. Given the option between a nice, cold, sugary Coke and a water bottle for the same price, it's no surprise that people here are choosing Coke. But is Coke being honest and upfront about the health consequences it's having on the public? Rudy led me to this basketball court to understand a little more. Whoa! They sponsored the basketball courts?
Yes, it's like they paint
Coca-Cola everywhere. They own the culture.
I ain't gonna lie.
This is crazy.
Look into
Coca-Cola
this.
basketball.
This shouldn't be allowed. Coca-Cola should not be able to do this, man.
Coke is everywhere out here. This
Look at
Coke-sponsored
this.
basketball court is
It's like
just
when Walt
another
Disney wanted to make
example
that
of
town.
Coke sponsoring youth sporting events since 2006 as part of their Ponte al 100 program to promote exercise rather than drinking less sugary drinks like Coke. Despite research,
That is so sick. They said instead of drinking less soda, work out more so you can drink more soda. That's insane.
showing that diet is a far more important factor in obesity and diabetes than exercise. Today was the celebration of the Virgin of Guadalupe, and Rudy said that during holidays like this, Coke plays a critical role in their traditions and sometimes even religion.
Also is the social meetings, and part of the tradition is like to share some. They are like giving normally Posh and Coke.
And in Chamula, where we're headed, some even believe Coke has magic healing properties and it's used in rituals.
Alich ibahig ta asakal chamele, hakuchal chavil, tahtas kak al kontondik, tuheche problematic, ushat chobol kadik chabahtak indik, chabal kabdeldik, muyukuse oikudik, hadi tahtadik oli chamel kechelan.
He's drinking Coke. Hola, cheers. But with this much Coke here in
Man,
Zincantan,
if I ever got a wound in Mexico and they pulled out a bottle of Coca-Cola, bro, I'm getting on top of my stretcher and doing 4 somersaults.
I could only imagine how much Coke they drank in Chamula. First, we had to meet up with a local Tzotzil native to get inside Chamula because this town is exclusively occupied by the indigenous Tzotzil Mayan natives, highly suspicious of outsiders, with some even believing cameras capture your soul when a photo is taken. And Chamula has a unique autonomous status within Mexico and their own police force.
I really can't stress this enough. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
Where no outside police or military are allowed in the village, crimes are punished severely, going so far as to lynch and burn people alive who have committed serious offenses. John,
I mean, hey,
good to meet you. How prevalent is diabetes here in Chamula?
No hay un porcentaje exacto, pero sí hay enfermedades que, vaya, diabetes. Sin embargo, la gente no se pregunta cuál es la causa, más bien desconoce las causantes. Solo es como, se puede decir que Coca-Cola podría ser una causante, ¿sale? No exactamente Coca-Cola sea la causa.
Since when did Coca-Cola become so popular in Chamula?
1994, es cuando llega la empresa Coca-Cola en San Cristóbal.
Look, all the soda. We're surrounded
Look
by
at
soda
this,
and
man.
beer of all kinds right now. Do you sell more Coca-Cola or Pepsi here?
Coca.
Coca-Cola? Mucho más Coca-Cola?
Sí, Coca.
Okay. Coke was everywhere. Even the babies were guzzling it. With Coca-Cola, other cocoa and sodas, and the predominant water bottle company CL, owned by Coke.
What would happen if Coca-Cola went out of business? Now, I guess like there'll be another company that'll take its spot, but like imagine like that period when like that new company didn't really rise yet. All hell break loose.
Barely find any Pepsi here, and it seemed like Coke owned literally every beverage out here. ¿Te gusta Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Coca.
Coca-Cola owned water compared to the singular Pepsi. The kid sitting alone at lunch. Coca-Cola más or Pepsi?
Coca.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola?
La Coca.
Right over there, another Coca-Cola stand.
Every square.
People were chugging Coke as far as the eye could see, with practically
make my
no
teeth
water
feel
bottles
weird.
in sight. I wondered how many bottles people
You know,
drank
like after
here
you get done drinking like a bottle of Coca-Cola, your teeth feel like sticky and like shiny. That's how my teeth feel right now.
day. Let's ask the people here how much Coke they drink. Coca-Cola bebé al día. Tres. Cada día. ¿Cuánto litros en este?
2 litros y medio.
2 litros. So bebe 2 litros al día. See, big old 2 liter right here. ¿Cuánto litros al día?
2 litros.
2 litros.
Damn.
Como 1 litro.
And you know
litro?
that they thinking like, damn, 2.5 is crazy. God damn. I'll be feeling the exact same way, man.
Cada dia? Yeah, so not only are they all drinking Coca-Cola, but we got sweets everywhere. We got dulces, with highly processed, cheap, sugary snacks and Coca-Cola everywhere. I began to notice a concerning trend. ¿Tiene miembros de tu familia con diabetes o no?
Sí.
¿Sí? ¿Cuánto?
Dos, creo. Say like now they are understanding like the Coca-Cola is too much sugar.
Okay.
You're drinking, ¿no? Entonces ahora ya lo entiendes. Sí, ya ahora ya no Coca ya es un poco más mejor agua o un jugo de naranja.
Hugo, can you ask when they came to that belief?
Video que suben que donde la Coca.
This shit made me just want not drink soda ever again.
Ahí es donde me
I will completely be drinking soda after this stream.
Como 3 meses por ahí.
¿Tú conoces personas en esta ciudad con diabetes?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿Muchas?
pues sí, beber mucho refresco.
¿Sí?
Yes,
Es muy mal, ¿sí?
es malo.
¿Tú tienes miembros de esta familia con diabetes?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿Tú tienes? Ah,
es mi papá.
¿En el pasado tú bebes mucho Coca-Cola o no?
No,
¿No?
no.
¿Qué es la razón por tu diabetes?
Pues no me dicen los médicos la razón. Unos dicen
So it's the soda.
por
It was the
estrés,
Coca-Cola.
Ah,
genética,
I see.
por la alimentación, por hábitos alimenticios negativos.
¿La dieta tiene
The Coca-Cola went through
responsabilidad
the
por
bloodline.
diabetes
It's
en
genetic
especialidad?
No,
¿No? ¿Tú conoces muchas personas con diabetes?
sí.
¿Sí? ¿Y
I ain't gonna
tú?
lie, all this stream is fucking me up.
Sí, bastante.
My ADHD is fired.
Como unos amigos, serán tal vez como unos 10, 15 que conozco que tienen.
¿Qué es las razones por este?
Igual estrés, por el
Estrés.
trabajo, problemas familiares, económicos.
¿No dieta?
Pues no creo que no.
Okay.
Yo diría que no.
He thinks diet has nothing to do with any of it. Do you think he's right? No, he's not. There's no way, right?
Yes, no, but they are not connecting.
Dots need to be connected here.
Yes.
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes? Sí. ¿Se beben Coca-Cola? ¿Mucho? Oye.
Sí, mi papá, mi abuela. La mayoría de las familias mexicanas consumen mucho Coca-Cola.
Ok. ¿Qué es en sus dietas de tus miembros de tu familia con diabetes?
Creo que sí, el azúcar. Más que nada el azúcar.
Have you guys seen a lot of people drinking Coke out here?
Yeah, a lot.
Crazy, right?
I was
Like
about to say-
a lot of Coca-Cola
I was
everywhere.
about to say, bro,
Like,
stop.
it replaces water, I feel like. Yeah.
You look
That's
like a
what we've
tourist.
learned. Do you think Coca-Cola was strategic in placing themselves here?
Oh, yes. Hell of a lot of money.
They worship Coca-Cola in some of the churches.
Yeah, they absolutely worship it. They have shops where it's piled, I don't know, like 3 meters high, Coca-Cola cans and bottles, and it's just unbelievable.
From most people you
I
spoke
wonder
to
what
out here,
Coca-Cola
do you
was
think
thinking when
they're
they
aware
did
of the
this. I was
health
like, yeah,
consequences
we
of
about to get
excess
their ass.
Cola
We cooking
consumption?
with this one.
No,
No.
no. Some of them even go to like little witch doctors or whatever you call
Yeah,
them,
that's what
and
we've
they,
seen.
they try and cure their diabetes with a bit of Coca-Cola. So.
And you've seen funerals even on these
Yeah.
streets, right? Have any of these people acknowledged like this guy died due to diabetes?
Oh yeah, it's common.
Yeah.
You see people missing limbs and stuff like that. You
Really?
find out they're diabetic, but a lot of them are unaware, like really unaware.
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes o no?
Tuve
¿Sí? Ok.
diabetes.
1, 2, 3.
¿Tú tienes miembros de tu familia con diabetes?
Ah, sí.
¿Sí?
Aquí es
¿A todo?
todo, casi.
¿Por qué?
Por el consumo de azúcar.
¿Azúcar en la dieta?
Galletas,
¿Dulces? ¿Bebidas?
todo lo que es harinas.
Wow! Diabetes is everywhere. ¿Cuántas botellas de Coca-Cola se bebe al día? ¿Tres?
Why is everyone drinking
No.
3 Coca-Colas? God
The
damn.
rate of diabetes in Mexico higher than even
thought
the
that
US,
is kinda low.
and their obesity
Damn,
rates
oh
close
my goodness.
behind. The solution to this health crisis isn't as simple as switching out Coke for bottles of water.
We have to understand why people are buying too much Coca-Cola, because if somebody in the top of the mountain doesn't have money, the Coca-Cola say, okay, I come and I give you a fridge. I come and I give you chairs and tables. And then say, okay, what do you have to do? Just sell Coca-Cola. They don't have, yeah, Coca-Cola is mafia at the end. The problem is that now we stop buying Coca-Cola, but then we are going to be buying Ciel. So at the end, we are giving the money to them. And these guys, they are not going to give you back some money to pay to the state to have health care, you know, like education.
Oh, damn, bro's the right one to ask. He knew all about it.
That they want to have every soda, you know, all over the world, you know?
Sure.
That's the mentality. That's what is killing people.
So we headed to the Coca-Cola bottling plant on the outskirts of the neighboring town of San Cristobal.
We are looking for a Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is really just the
We're
Amazon
on
of
the lookout
sodas.
for a Coca-Cola deposit.
I don't know what that means. What is a Coca-Cola deposit?
The biggest storage about Coke.
Oh, I see. This Coca-Cola deposit sells their Coke to small street vendors like we've seen.
This bottling plant is one of the primary causes of this health epidemic because it drains over 1 million gallons of water per day, depleting the local source of drinking water and selling it back to them in the form of sugary Coke they typically choose in favor of the CL water brand that Coke also owns.
How many of you struggle to get water every week?
Todos los días está la coca.
All right, we've made it to the Coca-Cola FEMSA plant here. This is where they bottle Coke bottles.
Yes.
Let's walk a little further here. So we're seeing people in the red. They work for the Coca-Cola plant.
Yes.
¿Es tu trabajo?
Mi trabajo.
How many bottles por día?
300,000.
300,000? 300,000 bottles per day. Whoa. Straight from the source there. That's a lot.
The guards say like, no, it's not possible.
Damn.
Go outside.
I mean, I guess if everyone's drinking 3 bottles,
all the
that is gonna be
flowers
a
in
lot.
there. Not sure what that means. Maybe all the lives they've killed.
Curious to see if
That's
we
crazy.
could find the secret recipe in action, we threw the drone up to survey the area, but all we could see was the scale of how much Coke was being produced and consumed here in the Chiapas region.
And what are their goals here? They have environmental goals?
Yes, they're like promoting like hiring people all the time, and it's like more than 5,000 people working. They are like propaganda.
After observing some of their rather hypocritical mission statements on the wall, I asked some employees that worked here if they knew anyone with diabetes.
¿Cuántas personas en tu familia tiene diabetes? Una.
Mi mamá. Sí, mi hermano mayor.
De mis tíos.
¿Tus tíos beben Coca-Cola?
Sí, antes sí.
Obviously, countless people are getting diabetes because of their excessive consumption of Coca-Cola. The
Amazon
problem is
really-
Coca-Cola is
Amazon.
everywhere.
This really is
You
just
find it
Amazon for
easier than
soda.
you can find water out here.
Well, the irony of
Jeffrey
these
Bezos
people
will take down
working
my
at the
account, bro.
factory that
Come on now.
produces the Coke, that causes the diabetes, that causes their death, even 6 feet under, Coke has managed to ingratiate themselves in the culture of the afterlife here. Rudy took me to a local graveyard to see this firsthand.
Oh, it's everywhere out here now. Coca-Cola
Damn.
tied to the flowers in a 2-liter of Coke. Another can of Coke right here. Another bottle of Coke. Rudy, what's the significance of these Cokes out here?
It's about like the people, they are like bringing offerings to the cemetery. So the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Fanta becomes part of their life. So that is why it's
I
present
see.
in the cemetery.
Even the flowers being held are in old 2 liters of Coke.
Yes.
Part of their lives.
Yes.
While they were alive.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily have any religious connotation, but when it's practically everywhere, it almost becomes borderline religious. ¿Qué es la razón por la Coca-Cola?
Porque solo lo ponen que antes toman coca.
Since the 1960s, Coca-Cola has targeted the indigenous population here in Chiapas
Man,
with localized
Coca-Cola, that's so
marketing campaigns
nasty.
that combined
I hate
Coca-Cola with the symbols and traditions of the people here, resulting in the most loyal Coca-Cola customers on Earth, who drink almost 5 times more soda than the rest of Mexico. But at what cost?
I'm here with
Marcos Arana. I'm a medical anthropologist working as a researcher for the National Institute of Nutrition.
Is it too late to reverse this diabetes epidemic here in Chiapas in Mexico?
We need to develop more aggressive strategies to halt the consumption of Coca-Cola and also solving the problem of lack of adequate water. I mean,
Yeah, but my question
we
is
need
like,
to
how do you stop someone that's been drinking so much sugar from not intaking that amount of sugar in some other way, right? Because yeah, Coca-Cola is the problem because it's readily accessible, but the bigger issue is that once you take it from them, how are you going to stop them from continuing to try to consume more sugar, right? It's like the vacuum thing I said earlier. So let's say you take Coca-Cola out the equation, right? Like all Coca-Cola products, right? What if they start drinking other sodas? Then you got to start talking about getting people to be healthier, eating healthier diets outside of just Coca-Cola, and it spirals. It just keeps going. There's so much you got to
more
do.
investment in providing safe water for the population so we can promote consumption of simple water. This is a must for promoting health. This is also the responsibility of the government to give more information, to promote regulations.
Due to Coca-Cola's recruitment of local vendors on nearly every corner of every street to advertise and sell Coke, clever marketing campaigns targeting poor and uneducated indigenous communities, and political connections within Mexico, like the former president Vicente Fox, whose political career was conveniently funded by Coca-Cola and established a near monopoly on the local water supply. Unless these people receive real education on the deadly consequences Coke is having on their health, it looks like Coke will continue to kill the people here until there's no one left to drink themselves to death. And even then, they'll keep drinking.
Rudy, if someone wants to visit this beautiful country of Mexico with you,
Where can they find you?
Chiapas Experiencias through Instagram.
Go check out Rudy right here. Come to Mexico. This place is epic.
Also, whoever has the most viewed TikTok or YouTube short using a clip from this video,
That is
I'll send you
insane.
$500.
Send me how much?
Post whoever.
$500. Well, looks like I gotta get to editing, y'all.